Now, there are times when you may prefer to go for a rare and unique car that will make you stand out on the road, which is always something good, but you also have to be very careful because some of these unique cars can be a headache to own. And a perfect case in point is a crossover SUV that goes by the name Chevrolet Captiva. Avoid this SUV, and I'll tell you why you may want to run away from it. So please stick around and welcome to Ekevoto Reviews. So the Chevrolet Captiva has been in production for 2 generations. The first generation was in production from 2006 till 2018, while the second generation was in production from 2019 till present. So we are going to be focusing on the first generation, specifically the model years from 2006 till around 2015, because those are the model years that are mostly available in the Kenyan market. Now, this car has some very serious inherent issues, and it's very important to know them before you decide to go for this particular car. The main issues are electronic problems, burning of oil, and even engine and transmission issues, as well as the unavailability of spare parts. Let's quickly begin with the electrical issues, which can manifest themselves in a number of ways. Some of the frequent ones that have been reported are the headlights and dash lights, which at times will just come on by themselves and flash a few times, then go off again by themselves. Another electrical issue that I have come across is the gauges on the instrument cluster just stop working all of a sudden. You start the car and start driving, then all of a sudden the speedometer and RPM gauge and even the fuel gauge all die. So you just keep driving, not knowing the speed at which you are driving. And strangely, the next time you drive, they may start working again. There have also been issues with the remote locking and unlocking. Try to use the remote to unlock the car, but for some reason it doesn't unlock. So you have to use the actual key, and at times, even when you try to use that key to start the car, the engine just doesn't start at all. And this can be very frustrating because the car may just be working perfectly fine. Maybe you've parked somewhere in town and you've gone to run a few errands. Then once you're done, you come back to get your car. The remote refuses to work. The engine also refuses to start. And you're left wondering what is wrong. These are not issues that will come with a warning. They just strike all of a sudden. So this car has some very serious issues with its electronics. There have also been issues with the traction control system, and worst is the electronic handbrake. This car comes with an electronic handbrake, and at times it can just engage itself when you are driving, which can be very dangerous. There have also been cases whereby the AC works only when it wants. Now, moving on into the engine problems, this car mostly comes with a 2400cc four-cylinder petrol engine, but there's also a 3000cc V6 engine, petrol engine. In terms of the diesels, there's a 2000cc turbo diesel. So something that is common with these engines is oil consumption, and especially the 2400cc petrol. At least from what I have seen, it tends to burn oil faster. So you find that if you're supposed to do the minor service after 5,000 kilometers, you realize that even before the car is due for service, the level of oil has already reduced. And something that most mechanics advise is that just keep checking the level of oil and always carry some extra oil, because the oil level may reduce without your knowledge, and we all know that low oil, leave alone no oil, can very well kill an engine. So if you already have this car, it's important to frequently keep checking the oil level. Something else about these engines is that at times you may experience loss of power. The car may just be operating normally, but suddenly the engine just loses power. And the cause of this can be anything from turbo failure if it's the diesel, and even the common rail injector problems, again if it's the diesel. And I'm not saying that all Chevrolet Captivas have these issues. There are some that have been working well and are still working well, but there are others that have developed most of these problems that I have mentioned. In fact, on average, the reliability and long-term durability of this car is below average. I would say that if, for example, we have 10 of these cars, 5 or 6 out of the 10 will experience some of these issues. So generally, it's not a reliable car. And to make matters worse, the spare parts are very difficult to find. In fact, for some parts, the best bet is just importing them. It's a rare car, so not many dealers stock the parts. And even if you are lucky to get them, you will pay through the nose. They are quite expensive. So in a nutshell, just buy something else. It's better to buy a common car that will give you peace of mind than a rare and a unique car that will cause you depression. I have seen a Captiva that has lived in the garage for weeks because of the unavailability of spare parts. So please think twice before you decide to go for this particular car. It's not a reliable, high quality car. There are some used ones that you may find being sold at very affordable prices, but be very careful. And in fact, the higher the mileage they have, the higher the chances of these issues arising. So I hope this has been helpful. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any enquiries, feel free to reach me via email or WhatsApp. You can also use the details in the description box to support the production of this content by donating. Your support will be much appreciated. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. Stay safe. See you in the next one.